Madan Sabnavis, let me just start by asking you what you made of both these numbers, the growth numbers, and the contention of several, including Mr. Chidambaram, that this is just hype to say this is record breaking. If you actually compare it to realistically to 2019 pre-pandemic, we're still under, we're still short.
Okay, I actually have a more moderate view on this, because while it is true that this is a statistical phenomenon of 20% growth, and calling it a V-shaped recovery can be contested. And today it looks like that we have reached around 90% of the level of 1920. So therefore, I think somebody can argue saying that, look, we are not really doing that well.
Yeah.
But we should remember one thing, that we had a lockdown in the first quarter of this year also. And we were quite skeptical about what would be the final numbers which would come for the economy. Was the second lockdown worse than the first lockdown? Because it was imposed at different points of time by different states. Now, given the fact that we've come to this 90% level in the first quarter, I think that has been fairly commendable. So, while I would definitely not say that it's a V-shape and something for us to rejoice, but I definitely think there is some in the sense that it hasn't
commendable
been that
in the sense that, hold on,
bad.
because the argument being made is that that this would happen automatically. It's like saying, today schools, I'll open the schools, there will be, people sitting in chairs, and I close it, they're not. So, it's an automatic thing. It's got nothing to do with any kind of government achievement.
No, I'm not talking of the government achievement right now. I'm just saying that the fact that we've come to 90% of the pre-pandemic level is commendable, because I thought personally that conditions could be worse. Because in this particular lockdown, I think certain industries were impacted quite sharply. So even today, if you look at the industries which are really doing well, I would say it's more of the BFSI sector, the IT industry, pharmaceuticals,
BFSI,
banking, finance, banking and financial services. Yeah, banking and financial services, and we're looking in terms of FMC. So it's definitely seen in certain pockets. It's definitely not broad-based.
Okay.
And it's also because the last point, Srinivas, because I think the way we calculate GDP, a number of sectors, we look at the corporate profitability, and we add salaries and wages to it. So that's the value-added definition.
Okay.
And corporate profitability has been very buoyant. So that's how we're getting these numbers. So I wouldn't demean the whole thing. At the same time, I would eulogize it to say that we've actually turned around.
Fair enough.
There's still some distance.
You're saying be nuanced.